the US Navy and the British Royal Navy are bombing the Houthi terrorist position. But what is the real situation in the Red Sea? Before going on with the presentation, remember that there is my book on inflation in sale. You will find the link to purchase it in the description of this video. In my book you will have all the answer you need about inflation and about the damage that is making on your wealth. Please remember to share this video with your friend, give me your like and subscribe to the channel. Yemen has a strategic position in the southwest of the Arabic Peninsula, and the Houthi terrorists started to bomb the vessel that arrived from Asia to Europe, because they have to pass through the Red Sea, through the Suez Canal, to arrive to the port of the final destination throughout Europe. So it is particularly dangerous what they are doing, because it could affect, and it is affecting actually, the global trade. Most of the shipping companies are changing the route through Africa in order to avoid the attack of this terrorist, and it's increasing the global trade cost. It is causing a very serious logistic problem that could affect inflation and at the same time could affect the economic development of Europe and the economies of the different countries around the world. So thanks to their position, they are causing a very serious damage. But we have US and England that are intervening in order to prevent all these damages. But we have to ask to ourselves if US and England are the ones that should intervene there, or at the opposite, are the Europeans that should have intervened. Why? Most of the trade that goes through the Suez Canal goes to Europe. So why the US taxpayers have to pay for that war? It's first question. Second question, we have to ask, at the moment, we could say that it is a low-intensity war, but how could it escalate in the future? That's another scaring analysis that we have to make. And third, why Europe is so ineffective? So, to answer to the first question, I would have expected some European countries to send their vessel, their navy, in order to protect the European trade. Why? Because it is in their direct interest to protect their trade. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for a Virginia taxpayer to pay for that war, to begin with. England, it makes sense because England receives a lot of the trade that goes to the Suez Canal, but not the United States. In that case, perfectly should have been maybe France, maybe Italy, or Germany, or Spain, but not the United States. So why? Well, I think it's a mistake for the US to have intervened in that case, because it is not fair to charge their taxpayer with that conflict. Second, how could it escalate? Well, if we take a broader view of the situation, it is a scary situation. First, we have a long war between Russia and Ukraine. And actually, all the Western world is supporting Ukraine. One of the few countries that are supporting Russia is Iran. Iran is selling their drones, they are selling their drones to Russia, but is one of the few countries that are supporting Russia. On the same side, on October the 7th, 2023, we had a brutal attack of Hamas terrorists on the soil of Israel. Israel, in order to protect its citizens and to free the hostages, answered and started a war against Hamas. But at the same time, Iran is supporting Hamas terrorists and is supporting also the terrorists of the Hezbollah group in Lebanon. Also, the terrorists in Lebanon are bombing Israel. Now, if we listen the Houthi terrorists and the reason that they are using in order to justify their attack on the vessel that passed through the Red Sea is that they want to attack Israel. It's a way, a retortion against Israel. So this conflict, if we take a broader view of it, it might escalate to a global conflict. And in that case, it will be a very serious, a very complex conflict. Also considering the position of Turkey. President of Turkey, Erdogan, is considering Israel, he considered that Israel have to be blamed for the attack on Gaza, which is a little bit strange because actually Israel is answering to a terrible terrorist attack on its soil. But anyway, the Erdogan position is against Israel. And at the same time, Erdogan is part of the NATO, Erdogan and Turkey. So we have one NATO country that is taking a different position in respect with the other NATO countries. So if you analyze what is happening, as I said, in a broader view, it is, and we are on the verge on a possibility of a global conflict. A global conflict will be disastrous for the future of humanity. Also because of the guns that global actors could have. I'm referring to the nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons could destroy the world. So I hope, honestly, that world leader could find a way to a peace, because a global conflict, a global war, wouldn't bring any benefit to humans. I hope that global leader, in this case, will have the wisdom to find a peace. Thank you for your attention, and please remember to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. And I'm looking forward also to have you in my next presentation.